So I recently did a video about the American Mr. Nice Guy, and I thought of some more points I want to tack on to that. So I want to talk about the 3 pillars of the nice guy, all right? And this must apply to nice guys everywhere, I'm sure. So the overall overarching theme is that a nice guy is non-threatening in all shapes and forms of his being, of how he interacts with the world around him. So the first thing I want to say is the first pillar is the nice guy is overly compliant with other people, okay? So if a girl is like, excuse me, can you change the tire on my car and carry my bags 5 miles? The guy's like, oh sure, yeah, I wasn't doing anything anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to do things for people, go out of your way, help others, but to be overly compliant, to be over investing, and because it's not really stemming from a place of you want to help others, it's stemming from a place of you either want to be accepted, or you want to be, liked, or you don't want to tell people no, right? So this is like people-pleasing behaviors, and this comes from low self-esteem and just a lot of different things it could stem from, right? But people, it starts to be their default way of being. So, what the fuck? It stopped the recording again. All right, so the second pillar here is overly apologetic. Okay, don't get me wrong, if you do something wrong or messed up, you apologize and you move on, it's not a big deal, right? But what I find is the nice guys are very fast to apologize for like tiny little things that they shouldn't even be doing, and they're overly apologetic, like they make it a big deal. So, if they're walking and like a woman or anyone is going to walk like in the same direction and like they're like in the way a little bit, they're sort of like jump out of the way and go, oh my god, oh I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way, I'm very sorry, excuse me, oh pardon me for being there, like it's like a big deal. Another example of like over apologetic is, for instance, this happens a lot if I'm sitting in a cafe and there's like the extra chair where I'm sitting and someone needs it. They don't just say, hey, excuse me, can I have that chair? They're like, excuse me, sorry, don't mean to bother you. Is it possible, perhaps, maybe, if I could borrow this chair if you're not using it? And I go, yeah, sure, take it. And they're like, okay, and if you just need it back, just ask, I'll bring it right back. If you just need it, it's not a big deal. I'm really sorry for even taking it. Like, just, don't get me wrong, apologize if you mess up. But to be overly apologetic, it shows like, I think just low self-esteem, or like that you're just overdoing it. Like you can't just, it's not a big deal. Hey, let me get this chair, I'll bring it back, if it's not a problem. And you move on with your day. The third pillar here is conflict avoidant. Okay, overly conflict avoidant, and I don't even mean physical confrontations, I mean verbally in conversation, okay? So the nice guy comes from what I call the agreement frame. They speak agreementese, all right? Everything that, no matter what anyone says, they're just, yeah, I love that, I agree with that. Oh, you like that? I like that too. Whatever it is, they just totally like it. They love everything. They don't disapprove of anything. And I don't know if I mentioned this in other videos, but that when you like everything and you approve of everything and everything is okay with you, it degrades standards. You don't have any standards. If you want to be successful, if you want to live a great life, you have a specific vision, you have specific things you want, and you have to adhere to higher principles and certain things that will get you there. And to just accept everything, it makes it impossible to be the type of person that achieves more. All right, so conflict avoidant, sometimes you have to put your foot down and say, hey, I actually don't like that. But just not even in a serious way, in conversations in general, it's okay to tell a girl, I actually don't like that kind of music. I don't listen to that. Oh, you listen to that? That's horrible. You could actually tease people and flirt and joke around about your differences. You don't have to have 0 differences and agree on every single thing. It's perfectly fine to have some things that you like the same, some things you don't like the same, some things that you're in the middle on. That's very totally normal. So the overall arching theme that comes out of the nice guy persona of these 3 pillars is he's really a submissive person who is living life and interacting with the environment and people around him in a way where he prioritizes other people's needs, wishes, feelings, thoughts, everything over his own, okay? So if you want to be a more confident person, a more dominant person throughout your life, you have to start prioritizing yourself, okay? Yes, and that can be extreme. You could be, overly confident where you're arrogant. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying most people today, and as I travel and come back to America, I find most American men, more so than a lot of foreign places I go, the men there, most American men are too submissive, too much of a people pleaser, going out of the way to not offend anyone, not hurt anyone's feelings, not disagree, being overly apologetic, non-confrontational, all of these things. And when you just are not like that, you feel bad to see guys like that because they look like a big pussy. All right, why not just express yourself? Why not stand up for yourself? Why not speak what you're truly thinking? Why not, tell people, no thanks, let's not do that. And live life really more authentically for the things that you want to do, okay? Over the last few years, I got really great at saying no to things that I don't want to do, to saying no to experiences that I don't want to have, and to setting higher standards for myself. And now I'm living the life that I want to live, and it feels amazing. Okay, so I want to say don't be such a nice guy. That doesn't mean be an asshole. It means just really stand up for yourself. Be a normal guy. Be an actual man, grown man, who's confident enough to stand up for himself, express his opinions, and yet masterfully and have fun, interact with people, socialize, and have a great life. Okay, you don't have to be a rude, demeaning asshole, to not be a nice guy. I think a lot of people that are nice guys are confusing that. They think that you have to be rude or something. No, it's just standing up for yourself, and you could do that in a more or less polite way. But now, when it's actually, if the shit actually hits the fan and it actually comes down to a real confrontation, you'll stand up for yourself strongly, and people might not like that. But that's okay, because you're supposed to have a backbone as a man. You're supposed to stand up for your beliefs and views. All right, so 3 pillars of the nice guy. Hope these point out some things that you may be doing and you can work on reducing to live a more empowered life as a grown man. All right? See you soon. Thanks for watching.